Torah Garden, speaking the absolute truth. Torah Nation.
Shalom, shalom, Yashar'el and Yahuah, grafted in Gentiles into the body of Hamashiach Yahusha. Understand who you are. Recognize who you are. Recognize whose you are. Recognize you who have been born again of the water and of the ruach HaKodesh that bear the witness of Yahuwah through Amunah and Yahushua Hamashiach. You are the Kodeshim. You are his chosen people. You are a royal priesthood. Abba Yahuwah, in the name of Yahushua Hamashiach, I pray that by your ruach HaKodesh, which you have given me, that's in my belly, that causes rivers of living water to flow, I pray that you will take the reins of my lips and the reins of my tongue and reign. Abba Yahuwah, I pray right now in the name of Yahushua Hamashiach, I pray for your people. I pray for your people. I pray for your people. I pray in the name of Yahushua Hamashiach that every weapon that's turned against them would not prosper. Abba Yahuwah, I exercise my authority in the arrests that you have honored in the Shamayim. I move forward in the keys to the kingdom. Abba, I bind every evil ruach, every clandestine spirit, every unclean spirit in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. I bind you. I take authority over every ruach of witchcraft, every ruach of divination, every ruach of distraction. I bind you in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Every familiar ruach, every unclean ruach, I bind you in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world. I recognize who I am, and I exercise my authority over you. I resist you. And in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, I demand that you loose Yahuwah's people. Loose those that Yahuwah has chosen. Take your hands off of them. Take your hands off their finances. Take your hands off their bodies. Take your hands off of their health, healing. I speak a word of healing and health to those who are under the sound of my voice that you have chosen to hear this word. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. Recognize who you are. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, Abba Yahuwah, I speak a word of healing. Yahushua was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and by his stripes we are healed. Healing is the children's bread. Yahushua HaMashiach declared it. Abba Yahuwah, I speak a word of healing. I speak a word of deliverance. For whom Yahushua HaMashiach has set free is free indeed. Yahuwah is not giving us the ruach of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. Abba Yahuwah, I pray right now in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach, these moves of the ruach will be manifested in their lives. Abba Yahuwah, I pray right now in the name of Yahushua HaMashiach that the words of my mouth, the meditation of my heart will be acceptable in thy sight. Yahuwah, my strength and my redeemer. Man of Yah, woman of Yah, listening to none other than Hezekiah. The song is entitled Only a Remnant. Only a remnant, and I don't own the rights to this music. Listen, only a remnant are going to enter into Yahuwah's kingdom. And listen, understand, the remnant are those that the woman has birthed. The remnant are those that the woman has given birth to. Listen, if you are in this witness, born again of the water and of the ruach HaKodesh, know who you are. You need to understand who you are. You have to understand what lengths Yahuwah has purchased your Yeshua, that has given you what you need to be sons and daughters of Yahuwah. Listen, you got to know who you are. You got to know who you are. You got to show them who you are. You got to show them who you are. You got to show them who you are. Listen. Ezekiel. I'm gonna go exactly to what Ezekiel. Right? Ezekiel 36. Right? Ezekiel 36 and 22. Right? Listen. Yashar'el and Yahudah, and grafted in Gentiles in the body of Hamashiach. Listen, Yahuah has chosen Yashar'el and Yahudah, right? He's established them as a people, right? That are his, right? But their only entrance into the kingdom is through faith in Hamashiach Yahusha. But it doesn't negate the fact that they were always his people. Even though, he divorced them, he kicked them aside because they just was rebellious, because they failed to keep his Torah. Listen, and we are in the lands of our captivity right now, still getting shot down, still getting kidnapped and murdered because our people still have not been called by his name. They have still not made the necessary transition from the kingdom of darkness into the kingdom of Yahuwah. You have to be born again of the water, ruach, hakodesh, in order for you to come under his dominion, in order for him to be the source of your protection. Yeah, in order for you to receive all that he has for you. Yeah. See, Yahuwah has a people, right? But listen, Yahuwah is gracious. He's gracious. Yahuwah has extended an olive branch to the other nations of whom he has chosen from among. There are people that are in these other nations that will receive the witness of Yahushua HaMashiach, understand that they need to be born again of the water and of the ruach hakodesh, will come under this atonement because Yahushua's blood is available to everyone who chooses to receive Yahushua HaMashiach as their atoning redeemer, their sacrifice. Right. So listen. So you now, Gentiles grafted in, strangers, now have an opportunity to live as a son and as a daughter of Yahuwah. Because before that, you weren't. We weren't. Because of our sins, but we were a chosen people. You were never chosen. Technically. Yahuwah chose Yaakov. He didn't choose all Shem. He chose from amongst Shem to establish a name. And we just happen to be the offspring of a nation of people that Yahuwah has chosen. It has nothing to do with anything other than what Yahuwah has made choice in. So no. We have been chosen. Right? But even amongst the chosen, they have slipped away from who they were and who they are called to be. And Yahuwah has sent out a universal call. He's called to Yashar'el and Yahudah first. Yeah. He has. And Yahuwah used anybody at the time that was appointed to use to bring forth that called message. Right? Right, Durak Abar mentions how it was the revelation that he received from those that were in camps, right? And he says he'll never speak evil or diss a camp, right? Because they were the ones that introduced him into the witness. Listen. Yahuwah chose Nebuchadnezzar to destroy Yisrael, to bring them into bondage, into slavery. Yahuwah uses whoever he wants to at the time that he has appointed to bring forth his message. Right? These people could be wicked and diabolical. And the doctrines that they're teaching is wicked and diabolical. But it doesn't change the narrative that Yahuwah's word, his call, has to go forth. Now, the calling of itself does not separate you. I mean, it identifies you as a people, but the calling of itself doesn't separate you. It's the witness. Being born again of the water, the ruach HaKodesh, that's what causes you to be his. Know who you are. Know who you are. You have been made a part of the quick and resistant remnant. Only a remnant, the quick and resistant remnant, is going to receive Yeshua, is going to enter into this kingdom. Listen, you got to know who you are. You know, and this to the Gentiles. You have to understand what Yahuwah has done for you. You got to go in, all in. Can't casually accept this witness and this calling and live it unto yourself. Just the same thing with Yashar'el. You can't accept this witness and live it unto yourself. This witness is greater than you. This witness requires you to go forth. This witness requires you to go forth in the power of Yahuwah's ruach. See, this witness, right. This you understanding who you are is necessary for you. Because when you can recognize who you are, and you can walk in that, then they gonna recognize who you are, right? My Aki did a lesson, right? They don't want to post. He gotta get it to me. But my Aki did a lesson, right? And in his lessons, he's talking. He mentioned how it is not in the signs, right? So much that you are recognized as Yahuwah's people, but it's in how you demonstrate your love for your brethren. Right? Absolutely. That's the absolute truth. That's the Torah. Right? But in these signs, in this demonstration that comes as a result of having Yahuwah's ruach, is the only way that you will ever understand what it means to love your brother. You have to have the love of Yahuwah shed abroad in your hearts by the ruach HaKodesh. That's what separates you. Right? That's how we identify who we are. That's how we know whose we are. Right? Listen. Ezekiel 36:22. Therefore, say unto the house of Yashar'el, prophet, prophesy. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye. All those that are under sound of my voice. Yahuah is demonstrating to you what this looks like as being his people. He said, listen, saying to the house of Israel, thus saith Adonai Yahuah, do I this for your sake? Am I delivering you only for your sake? Yeah, you the people. Yeah, you E1, B1, A1, B1, A1, B1. You that, but I'm not doing it because of that. See, I have not even called you because of that. I've called you to turn and experience this new birth. This transition from kingdoms and dominions to move you from darkness into his light. Right. This witness, this born again witness of the water and of the ruach hakodesh. This witness. Right. Listen. O house of Yashar'el, but for my holy name's sake. Yahuah is doing this. This Yahuah has done this through Hamashiach Yahusha for his name's sake. Right? Because Yahuah will not let anyone say that he hasn't done what he promised. Yahuah made a promise to our fathers that in these times he would gather a people unto himself. Yashar'el and Yahudah are those that Yahuah has chosen, Yahuah has called, originally chosen, right, but had turned away from him, and as a result had to be restored. They had to be born again. But Yahuah did it because of his name. Yahuah destroyed Israel. Yahuah destroyed Egypt because of his name. He made a covenant with Abraham. He would not allow the descendants of Abraham to say that Yahuah lied. He didn't do what he said he was going to do. No. It's for his name's sake. The fact that he sent Yahushua HaMashiach is for his name's sake. There's no other way to turn back to Yahuah. But except through Yahushua HaMashiach's witness. Listen, he says, O house of Yashar'el, but for my holy name's sake, which ye have profaned amongst the heathen everywhere you went. Our people everywhere we went, right? We profaned his name. We were given a Torah of righteousness, a way of living, a manner of conduct, commandments with promises, and we did not keep them. In actuality, we took the Torah of these other L's and made them ours. We were a living, walking profanity of Yahuwah's great name. Listen, our people to this day are walking profanity. If they ain't been born again of the water and the ruach hakodesh, you still have profaned his name. On the continent, they still have profaned his name. Throughout the world, they have still profaned his name. If you have not been born again of the water and the ruach hakodesh, according to the Torah, the Masorah, you have not been sprinkled with clean water. If you have not done this, then you are still in the act of profaning his name. By your failure to obey what Torah says, by your failure to obey what Yahushua HaMashiach commanded. profaned his name. Know who you are. This witness, this birth, this woman delivering you who have received this witness, who are part of the awakened remnant, the quickened, awakened remnant. Listen, the resistance. You are alive. You are his. Listen. Listen, as his little boy says. Listen, Stella, listen. Listen, Stella, listen. Okay. But no, listen, Stella, listen. Man, that little boy had me cracking up, right? But listen, Yashar'el. Listen to the word of Yahuah. From the prophet of Yahuah. Delivering a word that has already been delivered to you by Yahuah to Ezekiel the prophet, who has given it to me to give to you. You profaned his name. You still profane his name. You profane his name in your attachment to these religions, to these customs, these traditions of men. You profane his name. Serving these elves, serving these Egyptian elves, serving these Greek elves, this divine nine, serving these wicked elves. You profane his name. He's not going to do anything for you. You ain't getting no reparations. You ain't getting nothing from him. Yahuah is providing for the quickened, resistant remnant. They are going to receive whatever they need to flee Babylon. Yahuah is going to provide them what they need to get the job done to escape this wicked whore. And then those who are in places other than the daughter of Babylon, he going to bring them over in ships. But we getting out of here going to the continent. And he going to make our way over to the promise. At the time appointed. Listen, but the only people that are getting this are those that are of the quickened, resistant remnant. You profaned his name. Throwing up your little Greek letters and all of that. You profaned his name. You who have allowed Freemasonry to infiltrate your congregations. You profaned the name. These sororities and fraternities. Everybody wanted to be like the other nations. You profaned his name. They use these fraternities. They used them to bring you under their dominion. To give you a full power and authority to profane his name and cause his people to profane their names under you. You pastors, you preachers, you Methodist, Baptist, Episcopal, you profane his name. And you yet profane his name. Come out from among them. Profane his name. And we did it wherever we went. We fled Jerusalem. Went into the interior of Africa. But we profaned his name. Because we still are in captivity. We didn't go forth and do what was right. We went forth and profaned his name. We ended up in captivity. We ended up in slavery. We profaned his name. are. See, in this message right here, excuse me, this message is to everyone who's under the sound of my voice, because the call is to repent, be born again of the water and the ruach hakodesh, come under this witness, right? Receive Yahuwah's ruach hakodesh and become a part of the quickened, resistant remnant. But specifically, it's to those that have already come under this witness, and you need to know who you are. You holy. You Kodesh. Listen, this morning, right, I got up and I started, praying, going before you, and I was dancing. I'm dancing around, and it was about 2 o'clock, maybe 2:30, and I'm before you, and I'm just praising him and exalting his name and crying, holy, holy, holy. Holy is Yahuwah Lua of glory. Holy is Yahushua HaMashiach, the kinsman redeemer, the Lamb of Yahuwah. Holy, holy, holy. And I'm going forth in the ruach, right? Because I'm doing it with my understanding, but I'm also doing it in the ruach, right? So I'm going forth, and Yahuwah says to me, you holy. Know who you are. I'm like, and I started saying, holy, holy, holy is Yaakov Yahudah Gaal. Holy, holy, holy is Yaakov Yahudah Gaal. Why? Because he's in me. I'm not worshiping me. I'm acknowledging that I acknowledge to Yahuwah that I recognize that I am holy. That I am Kodesh. I am separate. I am different. I am not of this world. Because now the Kodesh one is in me. I am the set apart. I am the Kodeshim. I am holy. And I'm going in and I'm like, holy, holy, holy. Holy, holy, holy are those that Yahuwah has chosen. Abba Yahuwah, we're holy. Abba Yahuwah, we're holy because you're holy. Holy, holy, holy is Yahuwah Lua. Holy, holy, holy is Yahuwah Lua. Know who you are. See, you know. We so used to this diabolical presentations that we're constantly having come in our ears through demons and Hasatan by the prince of the power of the air, right? There's so many things that he throws at you, so many things to get you thinking certain ways, and you're battling them and you're fighting them, and you're sometimes struggling, and you're feeling all condemned because you don't feel like you're holy. You don't feel like you're worthy. See, and a lot of that has to do with your spiritual discipline, right? A lot of that has everything to do with your spiritual discipline, right? Because, first of all, in order to be in a place where you recognize that you're holy, you have to have established yourself in Amunah. You have to have established this pattern of fellowshipping with Yahuwah and recognizing that when he sees Yahushua Mashiach and you using his name, he identifies and sees you and Yahushua as one. See, some of y'all can't cast out a devil because some of y'all don't even believe that you're holy. Some of y'all won't speak with new tongues because y'all don't believe it's holy. Some of y'all ain't gonna lay hands on the sick and watch them recover because you don't think it's holy or you're holy. Even though Yahuwah has already told you that you need to know who you are. Yahuwah said, beloved, now we the sons of Yahuwah. You gotta understand who you are. Holy, 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 holy. Abba Yahuah, you're holy. Abba Yahuah, you're holy. Yahusha, you're holy. Yaakov, Yehudah Ga'al, you're holy. You are holy because Yahuah lives in you. You're holy. Yea, we are seated together in heavenly places in the Mashiach Yahusha. You're holy. And Yahuwah's doing it for his great name's sake. Some of y'all need to step up and recognize and understand in Amunah what this looks like. But see, you ain't doing those things that are necessary to strengthen you. You're finding every excuse. You're giving away to every thought, every idea that Hasatan is bringing before you. Right? Not because you're his, but because that's what he does. His influence is going to be great against you. He's going to go all in on you because now you are in the kingdom of light. You have a revelation. You have an ability to walk and go in power and in an anointing that brings havoc to his kingdom. But you got to know who you are. You know, there was, what was it, Black Panther, the movie? Right. She had said, I think she had said to Kajanga. I think that's the name, Kajanga. I remember all of them names. But listen. Because, you know, that's a type of, you know. Listen, right? So she says you have to know who you are. You have to know who you are. You are a royal priesthood. You are a holy nation. Listen. Understand this. In Hamashiach Yahusha, he's raising up a nation. He ain't just raising up a nation that's just Yashar'el and Yahudah. He's raising up a nation of righteous, quickened, resistant remnant individuals. They're going to make up the nation. He's raising up a nation. A righteous nation. A Kodesh nation. But you got to know who and whose you are. And then you have to do those things that are going to constantly keep you in Amunah when Satan is attacking your mind. And you, because you've spent time in Torah, have a word to speak out of your mouth to declare unto him and have yourself hear it in order to continue to be strong in who you are. Strong in who you are. Sometimes, I listen to some of these people on Facebook, and I listen to people who say they in this witness, and I'm like, wait, whoa, what? Why is that even coming out of your mouth? Know who you are. Why is that even coming out of your mouth? Why is that a part of your confession? You know why? Because you're not strengthened. You're not doing those things in this witness that are going to develop your spiritual character, that's going to fortify you. You ain't fasting. You ain't praying with your understanding. You ain't praying in the ruach. You ain't reading. You're not meditating on Torah. You're not doing the things that are necessary that causes you to identify with Yahuwah's ruach on the inside of you. You can't hear him because you got so much other stuff coming in that's affecting your ability to hear. Know who you are. See, this is not the time. This is not time to be slacking. Right? No. Yahuwah needs the quickened, resistant remnant to rise up. And I ain't talking about rising up and starting an army and taking over the United Snakes of America. We don't want the United Snakes of America. I don't want nothing in the United Snakes of America. This ain't my home. This ain't my home. This ain't the place. This ain't the place to be. You think about, even amongst the other nations, the Gentiles that are receiving Yeshua, right? Right? You got to get out of Babylon too. If you are a part of the quickened, resistant remnant, you got to flee Babylon too, or you're going to be destroyed in Babylon. Okay. The United Snakes of America is not the place you want to be. No, it's not the place you want to be. And if you're born again of the water and the ruach HaKodesh, you want to be in any other place except the United Snakes of America. You want to cash in and cash out and get out, right? Because some of these places, y'all trying to hunker down and be a part of and live in, that ain't going to save you. Listen, Yahuwah ain't going to keep you when he destroys Babylon. When he destroys Babylon, you have already been given the command to leave. And in your amunah, in your trusting in him, knowing who you are, at that hour, that time, if you don't have what you need, he'll translate you. If you on your knees and you seeking the Most High Yahuwah, he will translate you. He will pick you up and move you because you're his. But listen, you gotta understand this. You gotta understand who you are. And then in the one with the girl, she says, I think she says, show them who you are. Show him who you are. See, now listen to what Yahuwah says, right? He says, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned amongst the heathen. See, because the heathen profaned the name because we profaned it first. Right? We profaned it first. We took the Torah of Yahuwah and profaned it. They took the Basora and the Torah and they profaned it. We demonstrated to them what it looked like to violate Torah. They took that idea, that concept. Constantine took that idea and concept, and he just went all in. And the world became dark. And we who were the lights, right? We went forth, right? And ended up in captivity. Why? Because we still profaned the name. He's going to sanctify. Know who you are. He's going to sanctify his great name. It was profaned in the midst of them, and the heathen shall know. Enoch spoke of how the heathen are going to know that they had violated Torah, they had violated the people, they had violated Yahuwah's name, they had violated everything. They went forth, these wicked rich folk, and conquered, right? And they established this abusive, these families. They run and they own everything off their greed. They trample, they kill, they maim, they murder, they tear up governments, they bring down governments. But you know what Yahuwah's going to do, right? And the heathen shall know that I, Yahuah Yahuah is Adonai Yahuah, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. You have he quickened. You have he quickened. See, because you know, this is still the called phase for a lot of people. There are those that are understanding what it means to be quickened, made alive, be born again, or translated from the kingdom of darkness to the kingdom of your son, who are understanding what it means to be born again, understanding what it means to have his ruach hakodesh, walking in this. This ain't got nothing to do with Christianity. This ain't got nothing to do with Creflo Dollar. This ain't got nothing to do with Kenneth Hagin, TBN, all of that familiar ruach, wicked, clandestine stuff. This is not that. They profaned his name. Know who you are. I'm speaking to those who are born again of the water and the ruach hakodesh, who are not walking in the place, in the position, aren't understanding and recognize and identify that Yahuah has done everything he's going to do in you. Some of y'all need to pray for your husbands. Lay hands on them. Take authority over those devils, them demons. Oh yeah, you got power. You don't need nobody else to do it. You do it. Some of y'all need to lay hands on your wives, right? Unless you will tell you not to. Cause some of y'all gotta let them. Some of y'all gotta just. Some of y'all need to understand that you have to take authority over Hasatan that's attacking your finances. Some of you have to renew your mind in the Torah, trust the Ruach HaKodesh to show you how to make moves with money. With mammon. Know who you are. Because the kingdom stuff is violence. This is going to continue to happen. You have to know who you are. Listen. Let me help you understand something, right? This witness, this revelation, this quickening, this resistant remnant, right? It's a me thing first. And by my example of love, I am going to affect those around me. By the Ruach HaKodesh of Yahuah in me, I'm going to pray and I'm going to lay hands on those that are around me and believe Yahuah to do a work. And I'm not going to stagger or waver because of what I see. I'm going to continue to speak a word. And you know what Yahuwah is going to do? Yahuwah is going to either bring them in or send them further away. It's about the chosen. It's about the quickened, resistant remnant. Know who you are. Know whose you are. Right? Right? Listen, right? I asked my wife, she wanted me to pray for her. I mean, I used to pray for her all the time. You know, yeah, I did. I used to get up every morning, go to work, lay hands on her, kiss her, and pray for her. I'm in this witness. The Ruach HaKodesh. Serving you, Yahuwah, with my whole heart. to the best of my abilities. Right? Doing it. Right? Oh, you told me don't do that no more. Let her ask you. Let her ask you. Listen. You understand? I know what I have. I know what's in me. I know the power that Yahuah has in me. Right? I know what happens when I pray for people. When I lay hands on people. When I pray for people. But you know what? There are those who will receive, and there are those who won't. Some of those who won't because they gotta confess their sin, because Yahuah ain't gonna hear nobody if their heart ain't right. Some people, you have to turn them over to Yahuah. Some of these kids, you got to turn over to Yahuah. Let him do the work. Always trying to do something for him. Always trying to make it better for him. Always trying to rescue him. Leave him alone. Let Yahuah do what he needs to do. Because you may be putting something into a bottomless pit. That ain't gonna change. But they're my kids. They're my babies. All right. Grown men. You've trained them up. And they still don't want to do right. Listen. Teach them. When they get old, they'll recognize it and remember it. And if they have time, they'll gravitate back to it. Maybe not. Know who you are. Yahuah says, when I shall be sanctified in you, before their eyes. See. When we as a people humble ourselves and pray and seek his face and repent from our sins and receive the atonement of Yahushua HaMashiach, the restoration, the new birth, the being born again, receiving new life, a new heart, all of the newness that comes with that. We become a part of his kingdom. We become holy. You ain't no Kodesh people until you holy. You ain't no Kodesh people until you under this witness. Listen, our people remain Kodesh as long as they kept the sacrifice. As long as they kept a sacrifice once a year for sin, right? Once they provided sacrifices and they kept Torah, and if they failed, whatever they needed to do, they did. As long as they were under that atonement and did what was necessary, right? Then they were his people. But those sacrifices have been done away with. They faded away along with that high priesthood. Faded away. Faded away. Because Yahuah has established a high priest forever after the order of Melchizedek. This high priest, he said, sit down on my right hand till I make thy enemies thy footstool. This Kodesh one, who has purchased our Yeshua. This Kodesh one that has made us Kodesh. Because of his atonement. Because of his blood. This Kodesh, son of Yahuwah, Yah, salvation, Yahusha. This Kodesh one. Understand. This quickened, resistant remnant. They are the people. They are the people. They have been birthed. But know who you are. Know what you're capable of. All you got to do is read the script. If you've been born again of the water and ruach hakodesh, you need to have amunah in these signs following you. You got to believe the Torah. See, listen. If you're born again of the water and the ruach hakodesh, right, and you keeping Torah, all of these blessings come upon you and overtake you. You blessed in the city. You blessed in the fields. You blessed in the fruit of your body, the fruit of thy cattle, increase in the kind of flocks of thy sheep. You blessed when you go out. You blessed when you come in. You blessed. These blessings come upon thee and overtake thee because you hearken diligently. Your enemies come out against thee one way and flee before you 7 ways. That's the Torah. That's amunah in what Torah says. Listen, I'm not struggling. I'm not fighting. I'm listen, I got power. I have authority. And I remind Hasatan of it constantly. I remind demons of it constantly because they're constantly attacking me. Constantly attacking me. Constantly trying to get me to do something to bring me back under a dominion, put me in a place where I'm out of fellowship, put me in a place where I'm not connected. No. Hasatan, I take authority over your demons. I bind them. I command them to cease in their maneuvers and activities. I command you to get out of my mind and my thoughts with this stupid stuff. I command those ruachs to loose me. Loose my presence. Get away from me. And I'm not talking about demon possession because you ain't got no demon in Yahuwah and Yahuwah and his ruach at the same time in you. They don't coexist. They don't coexist. Where the ruach of Yahuwah is, the demons ain't in there. They don't coexist. Yahuwah don't share his temple with demons. Listen. Know who you are. He said he's going to sanctify his great name amongst the heathen. Which means that in you, this quickened, resistant remnant, there has to be indications, right? That the heathen is the world now. The heathen is not just a bunch of people. The heathen represents the world. The heathen is the kingdom of darkness. Everybody that's in the kingdom of darkness are heathens. Everybody under the kingdom of darkness is a heathen. Yes, there was a time back in the day where heathens were those that were non-Hebrews. Right? But listen, it's greater than that. The heathen is, we were heathens. When we transgressed Torah and turned from Yahuwah, we were estranged. Right? He gave us a bill of divorcement. Right? We were no longer his in that respect. We weren't married to him. Right? We became as the other nations to him. We are heathens. The world was dark. Yahushua HaMashiach, until Yahushua HaMashiach, from Yehukanan to Yahushua HaMashiach, The kingdom has suffered violence. Hasatan understands his time is short. He understands that there are a remnant that are coming forth from his kingdom. They have received this witness of Yahushua HaMashiach, the son of Yahuwah, their kinsman, redeemer. They have been born again, birthed from the woman. They now are sons and daughters of Yahuwah. They make up the nation of Yahuwah. This mixed multitude makes up the nation of Yahuwah. Know who you are, Yashar'el Yahudah. Know who you are, grafted in Gentiles, into the body of Hamashiach Yahusha, made a part of the kingdom of Yahuwah. Know who you are. Yahuwah says, and I will sanctify my great name, which was profaned among the heathen, which ye have profaned in the midst of them. And the heathen shall know that I am Yahuwah, Eluah, saith Yahuwah, Eluah, when I shall be sanctified in you before their eyes. See, because there's something different about the quickened, resistant remnant. There is a sanctification that is yet to be revealed before these heathens. Right? Now listen, Hasatan understands and identifies. He recognizes. And then there's some that recognize, because you got those people, I mean, you hear them on TikTok, you hear them everywhere. They recognize, right, that, Yahweh and Yahuwah are the people. They recognize that Yahusha ain't Jesus. There are the other nations. They recognize what that means. Right? They recognize it. Right? Some of them recognize it and have done what's necessary to be a part of this remnant. Some of them just recognize it. Yahuwah. It's ruach HaKodesh in us. Right? Because we who are the Kodeshim, right? Maxine, Claudine, Aberdeen, they can't do nothing to us. If we in this waking the remnant, right? I'm not suggesting to you to go out and acquire Claudine, Aberdeen, any other Dean, Steen, Mean, any of them. No. Don't do it. Right? But your DNA is different. There's something different about you. But this is in Amunah of the witness. This is in Amunah of you receiving the ruach of Yahuwah. This is in Amunah of you believing those things which you say come to pass. See, I believe that no weapon turned against me prospers. I believe the Hasatan can't kill me before my time. I believe that Hasatan cannot do anything to me before Yahuwah has sanctioned it and caused it to be so. Until then, I have authority. I have power. I have dominion that he has given me. Yahuwah delegated authority. Operating in the Shamayim. No weapon turned against me prospers. Because I understand who I am. I understand that I've been quickened. I understand because I believed I received the Ruach HaKodesh and promise. I believe that because I received, he has given me exceedingly great power to me. Because I have Amunah. Come on. Know who you are. Let them see who you are. You know, when I watch the Black Panther movie, and even the last one, we're a nation of people that have been through so much. We've seen and known oppression and bondage. We've been held down way more than any other nation of people. We've been colonized. We've been demoralized. We've been ravished. We've been raped. We've had our resources stolen. Heck, we were stolen from our lands. Put on ships. Our ancestors were put on ships because we were the strongest and we were the best of those physically that could handle the trip. Over the transatlantic. And because we've come through this call to this chosen, Yahuwah is going to sanctify his great name in us. Which was profaned amongst the heathen. He's going to show the world who the remnant of Yahuwah are. Who the chosen of Yahuwah are. Because, it ain't going to be everybody. Because, brothers are going to turn against brother. But Yahushua was talking about Hebrews turning against Hebrews. Sons against fathers, fathers against sons, daughters against mothers, mothers against daughters, son-in-laws and mother-in-laws and father-in-laws. You better know who you are. You better know who you are. You better know what you have. He says, and I will take you from among the heathen and gather you out of the countries and bring you into your own land. To your own land. This ain't our land. United Snakes of America, it ain't our land. We was brought here on ships. How can it be our land? How can it be our land? We came over on ships. You got these idiots talking about we didn't come over on a slave trade. We were always there. What are you, stupid? The slave trade is a documented fact. What is you, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs? Our ancestors came over here on ships. Deuteronomy 28:68, ships. We're going to bring it to our own land. Babylon is our land. He told us to flee Babylon. And I'm getting out of Babylon. And I want as far away from Babylon as I can. Preferably a whole nother continent. The continent of Africa. Where my ancestors came from. I'd rather be in Kenya and Tanzania. I'm out of here. Me and the guy, all family, we out of here. And if you want to serve Yahuwah with us, you are free to come. We out of Babylon. And again, I don't care what color you are. If you've been born again of the water and of the ruach hakodesh, you are part of this witness, then you can come with us. We ain't a respecter of person. Yes, Yashar'el and Yahuah woke us up because we are a chosen people. We have a bloodline that connects us to the children in the nation. We have certain positions that we are going to fill. But at the end of the day, it's all about being in the kingdom. What do I care of what position I fulfill in the kingdom if I'm in the kingdom? Listen, I don't care if I'm just posted up at the gate of the kingdom. I'm in. I don't care if I'm a doorkeeper. I'm in. Because I've received the witness. He's going to take you from amongst the heathen. Gather you. But you got to get in this water. You got to get in this water. You got to have this clean water sprinkled upon you. You got to be cleansed from your filthiness, from your idols. He's got to cleanse you. The cleansing is in the witness of Yeshua Mashiach. He has to cleanse you. He has to give you a new heart. He has to put in you a new ruach. And then he's going to put his ruach in you. He's going to take away the heart of flesh, the stony heart, and give you a new heart. You're going to love your brother because he's put his ruach in you. They're going to know you by the ruach of Yahuah, which is a ruach of love. He says, and I'll put my ruach hakodesh in you and cause you to walk in my statutes. He's going to put his ruach. Now, he's giving you a new spirit, giving you a new heart. But he's going to put his ruach in you. His ruach. His ruach hakodesh. Know who you are. Know who you are. Know who you are. Right? Look at Yehukanan, the 3rd chapter. First Yehukanan, the 3rd chapter. First Yehukanan, the 3rd chapter. All right. First Yehukanan, the 3rd chapter. Behold, right? What manner of love Abba hath given or put upon us. Right? Right. Yahuah put upon us the ruach hakodesh. Yahuah gave us of himself in measure now. We are the holy. We are the kodesh. We are to know who we are. You holy. Holy, holy, holy is Yahuah Gaal. I'm set apart. I'm Kodesh. I'm not the object of worship, but I am what the Father is. I have in me what the Father has given me in measure. Right? Because, we still got this flesh. But it doesn't change the fact that we're Kodesh. In this world, we're Kodesh. In this world, we shine like lights. Now, for us, we don't see the shine, but demons and devils in spirit realm recognizes the glow. Because it's on the inside of us by the ruach HaKodesh. It sees us. You got a bunch of dark, dead people walking by, but you got these people that got glows. Some people's glows are super bright. Some people's are just flickering. Because that's how dedicated you are into developing, right? Bringing forward this Kodeshness, this Kodeshim. Beloved, what manner of love? That word for love in the Greek is
Strong's G26.
agape.
Agape.
Not agape or agape. Agape, right? The word is translated affection, goodwill. See, I can love my brother. Because Yahuah, by his ruach HaKodesh, has given me. Now, we read in Ezekiel, right? We read in Ezekiel where he says in the 25th verse, then I sprinkle clean water on you, and ye shall be cleansed from your filthiness, and from all your idols will I cleanse you, and a new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put in you, or within you, put within you, or upon you. It's going to be in you. The Ruach HaKodesh descended upon Yahushua Mashiach. It was in him. That same Ruach HaKodesh casted a glow on the mountain of transfiguration when it was witnessed by Yehukanan, Peter, and James, Jacob. They witnessed the glory, the glow, if you will, of Yahushua HaMashiach. He says, listen, then I will sprinkle clean water upon you, right? A new heart also will I give you, and a new ruach will I put within you, right? A new heart. I'm going to give you what you need to reflect me, right? He says, and I will take away that old stony, dead, unclean, unholy, that evil, wicked heart out of your flesh. It was stony. You can't nothing penetrate stone like that. You got to put a jackhammer to stone to break it or crush it, right? Yahuah says, I will give you a heart of flesh, right? Then he says, I will put my ruach. I will put the ruach HaKodesh in you, right? It's going to be within you, and it's going to cause you to walk in my statutes. It's going to cause you to be a light. It's going to cause you to demonstrate this sanctification, this sanctified manner of life. It's going to demonstrate this Kodeshness that separates you from everybody else. The heathens, the world. It's going to separate you from the heathen. It's going to separate you from the world. It's going to separate you because that's what it does. Right? And you're going to keep his judgments. Now, YECHEZQ'EL says that this love is a goodwill. This love is benevolence. It's brotherly love. It's also your love feast. Right? Right? This is love. Right? Now, Yahuah has put it on you. Just like he bestowed it on Yahushua HaMashiach. That we should be called. Because we're no longer the children of darkness. Right? Right? We're no longer the children of darkness. Right? We no longer the children of darkness. Right? He said, listen. He said, beloved, what manner of love Abba has given to us, or put on us, or put upon us, bestowed. In the Greek.
Strong's G 1325. Didomi.
Right. Didomi. Right? It's almost close to dynamos. Right? But didomi. He says to give something to someone, right? Of one's own accord, to give something to his advantage, to bestow a gift. Yahuah has given us the ruach hakodesh, the gift. Yahuah has bestowed upon us the gift. Know who you are. Know that Yahuah has went through great lengths to sanctify you. Know that Yahuah has paid the ultimate price to redeem you. Know that Yahuah has done everything is necessary to bring you into his kingdom. To grant, to give to one asking, let have. Yahuah has bestowed a gift. We have asked for the ruach hakodesh, and he has bestowed. Right? That we should be called sons. Now listen, everybody knows that women can't be sons. So it says son because it's written in the masculine tense, masculine. But we understand that he's talking about sons and daughters. Right? That we should be called sons and daughters of Yahuah. So he has put this gift in us. Right? That has caused us to be sons and daughters. Right? Ephesians 1:13. In whom also ye trusted, in whom ye also trusted, after that ye heard the Torah of truth, Yahushua HaMashiach, you heard the witness of Yahushua HaMashiach, who Yahushua HaMashiach was the Word made flesh, and it dwelt among them. YECHEZQ'EL said in John the 1st chapter, the 14th verse, and the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, even as it was the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. Yahuah was the Word of truth, right? He says, the truth, the good news, the Besorah of Yeshua, in whom also after that we had Amunah, we were sealed. Yahuah sealed us. What was the sealed? What was the seal? The ruach hakodesh of promise. The seal. The gift. Right? which is the earnest of our inheritance. It's the down payment. It's what we have in us now to the time in which we are changed into his image. When we put on his immortality, we look like him. We are as he is. We are as he is. Right now, we aren't as he is. We have his ruach as he was in the Eretz, but even as he was in the Eretz, right? Because he was held by his flesh in the Eretz. I mean, you could translate him at any given time. Just like he did Elisha on the chariot. You could do whatever you want to do. But at the end of the day, his flesh was the limitation. Our flesh is a limitation. See, Yahushua didn't sin. But we have a life or a pattern of sin that is hereditary, that has been passed down through generations. But we have had a new heart change. We've had a heart transplant, which is a new birth. Because when you get a new heart, you get a new lease on life, which is a new birth. We have a new birth, right? Right? He says, until the redemption of the person's possession, right? Wherefore also, after I heard of your Amunah and your Adonai Yahuah, and your love for all the Kodeshim. Now, Yahuwah bestowed his love upon us, right? His love is indicative of us receiving the Ruach HaKodesh. The heart ain't changed until Yahuwah, the heart is changed, and then Yahuwah comes in on the inside to correct by his very presence in the Ruach what it means to demonstrate love. He says here, cease not to give thanks for you, making mention to you in my prayers, that the Yahuwah of Adonai Yahushua, the Abba of glory, the 17th verse, may give unto you the Ruach HaKodesh of wisdom, the Ruach HaKodesh of revelation, and the knowledge of him. Right? Talking about the eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you know is the hope of his calling. The eyes wide open because of the Ruach HaKodesh. The eyes are wide open because of the Ruach HaKodesh. That the eyes of your understanding be enlightened, that you may know that the hope of your calling. You know that you are the Kodeshim. You know that you're the Kodeshim. Let them know who you are. You know that you're the Kodeshim. Know who you are. That the riches of his glory and the inheritance in the saints. And watch the exceeding greatness of his power to usward who believe. There's power that's to usward who believe, according to the working of his mighty power, Yahuwah's power. He demonstrated it when he raised Hamashiach from the dead. This power is available to you. It's to you. This is exceedingly great power to you. But it's demonstrated in love. It's demonstrated in love. It's demonstrated in love. 1 John 3:1, that we should be called the sons of Yahuwah, the daughters of Yahuwah. Now understand this. Therefore, the heathen knoweth us not. This word here is in the Greek.
Strong's G, 2889, cosmos. Cosmos.
Cosmos. Cosmos. The world, right? And at harmonious arrangement or constitution of order. The world, the universe. This is Greek. some of this, and again, you know what? You have to have the ruach of wisdom and revelation in order to read and discern even footnotes. You understand that he wasn't talking about a physical circle, a circle of the earth, the inhabitants of the earth, men and human, world affairs. Listen. Therefore, those that are under the dominion of Hasatan, right? The dominion of Hasatan in operating within his kingdom. These are heathen. And heathen are those who do not serve Yahuwah. Right? The heathen know us not. They're not intimately acquainted with us and the level of love that we operate in because we are sanctified. Because we have received the ruach HaKodesh, the water and the blood. Because we are the recipients of the ruach HaKodesh promise. We have exceeding great power. We, who are born again of the water and the ruach HaKodesh, we demonstrate, we show who we are. But you got to know this. In Amunah. Listen, if you don't believe that you have great power, if you don't believe that you have the ruach HaKodesh promise, right? There ain't nothing for you. You got to believe this. You got to believe this in Amunah. You have to believe this in Amunah. You come from a past of what you see. And what you see has never reflected what Yahuwah says you are. Unless you look through the eyes of Amunah. You have to see this in Amunah. You have to see that you're his son and daughter in Amunah. You have to see it because he says it in the word. And if Yahuwah says it, it's a Torah, and that settles it. You have to believe this. You have to stand on this. You cannot waver. Therefore, the world knoweth of not because they knew him not. They don't know him. They don't know him. And Hasatan is going to keep it that way. He's going to keep them under his dominion. They're going to do as demons dictate. Some of them are physically housed by demonic entities. Governments, rulers are directly under the influence of devils if they're not under the kingdom of Yahuwah. Weapons of our warfare are not carnal, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, against principalities and powers and rulers. Beloved, now are we the sons and the daughters of Yahuwah. And it doth not yet appear what we shall be. Now, we are the Kodashim. Now, we are holy. Know who you are. Now, are you the Kodashim? Now, are you holy. Holy, holy, holy is Yaakov ben Zion Gaal. Not because I'm worshipped or I'm the object of worship, but because his ruach is in me and I am holy. Does that mean that you worship me? No. Am I an El? Yes. But I'm not an El to be worshipped. I'm an El to serve the all-wise Yahuwah Uluah for the purpose of bringing forth the message of reconciliation to his people. And I have power to demonstrate it. I can lay hands on the sick. I can cast out devils. I can speak with new tongues. I can take up serpents. If I eat any deadly thing, it won't hurt me because I am his. Because I'm a son of his. You are a daughter of his. Know who you are. And listen, if you're having problems with this, listen. I don't know what to tell you. You ain't his. If you're having a problem with the Ruach HaKodesh and the demonstrations and the gifts and the power, I don't know what to tell you. You know, you ain't really his. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care how many YouTubes you do. I don't care how much information you put out. If you have a problem with understanding what the Ruach HaKodesh is, then you know, that's you. That's why, listen. Not everybody speaks from the place of the witness of Yahuwah, the Ruach HaKodesh. Some people just going what they understand. Some people are just influenced to move a certain way by Hasatan. And it's so close to righteousness that, you know, it's accepted as being his. But it's not. You know, you got people that make light of the gifts of the Ruach HaKodesh. Make light of the gifts of tongues. How you gonna mock the Ruach HaKodesh and its demonstrated gifts, right? Because you don't understand them or because you don't believe them. That's denying the power of you. Listen, it's best if you don't understand them, just ask Yahuwah to give you understanding and don't go in the way of trying to discourage them or make mockery of them, because what you do is you make mockery of the power of Yahuwah in demonstration. If you don't understand it, don't say anything about it. If you want to understand it, ask Yahuwah to show you it, reveal it to you. Ask Yahuwah, if it's a real thing, I want it. Give it to me. And let me be able to interpret. Beloved, now we the sons of Yahuwah, and it doth not yet appear, but we shall be. Why? Because you know you. When we see him, we're going to be like him, because we're going to see him as he is. We're going to be changed at the moment in which we see him. But we know that when he shall appear, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. Know who you are. Make them know who you are. Every man that haveth this hope purifieth himself, even as he is pure. See, there's something about understanding this ruach bestowment. Bestowment is a word. Ruach bestowing upon you. This love change, heart change, Yahuwah's spirit in you change, that the heathens, that the world is going to see. It's you. It's you. Not because you're A1B1A. It's you because he has quickened you. You have become the quickened, resistant remnant. It's you. It's you. Know who you are. And you have to build yourself up on your most holy, precious Amunah. You have to continue to do those things that's going to strengthen you. You have to do these things because they're going to reinforce who you are. For you. See, when I was up this morning and I was praying, I was honoring you, and I was praying and worshiping him because, I believe in entering his court with thanksgiving, enter into his gates with thanksgiving, into his courts with praise. And, I believe in going in and worshiping and dancing before Yahuwah before I make any request or before I do anything, and as I'm going in, and I'm praising and I'm worshiping and I'm worshiping and I'm praising and I'm declaring he is holy. I'm declaring he is great, And in the Ruach HaKodesh, he says to me, you're holy. You're holy, holy, holy. I'm walking around holy, holy. I'm dancing around holy, holy, holy. Is Yahuwah of hosts. Holy, holy, holy is Yahushua HaMashiach, our kinsman redeemer. Holy, holy, holy is Yahuwah of hosts. Holy, holy, holy is Yahushua HaMashiach, our kinsman redeemer. And then Yahuwah said, holy, you're holy. Holy, holy, you're holy. Holy, holy, you're holy. Holy, holy, you're holy. And I'm like, holy, holy is Yaakov Yahuwah Gaal. Holy, holy, holy is your... Listen, because I am the Kodashim. I'm not worshiping me. I'm declaring a state of fact that I'm a son of Yahuwah. I'm an El. I don't want nobody worshiping me. No, don't pat me on the back all like that. You ain't got to do that because I don't want no man worship. I don't want no man worship. You better give Yahuwah the praise. You better give the glory to Yahuwah. I don't want no praise. That's a subtle seduction. Oh yeah, that's what happened to Slow-Mo. Why is this man of the earth? People coming all over to hear him. They had to tell him how great he was. Guess what? Over time, he began to believe it. Then he didn't rely upon the Torah and the Basora. He didn't rely on faith and doing what was necessary to build on his holy Kodesh leadership and all of that. He gave way and switched it up and ended up becoming his own El. I don't know if Shlomo ever turned. Sometimes I think, Shlomo was a king that loved Yahuwah, but, he became the downfall of the nation. Right? I don't know if he's Shlomo. I almost believe that Shlomo, when you lose focus on Yahuwah like that, and his Ruach HaKodesh is no longer a part of who you are, and you start, vanity is vanity, everything is vanity. See, that's why, I don't want nobody stroking my ego. I don't want nobody stroking me, telling me, oh, you so great, this, No, man. That's a slippery slope. That's a slippery slope. I wonder how many of the prophets they came up to say, "Oh, you great prophet, you're great, you're great." No, most of the time it's like, "Oh, kill that Negro, kill that nigga." Kill him. And Dawid making psalms and hymns and singing and dancing. I never knew people saying, "Oh man, I love your songs, Dawid. I love your psalms. Sing them to us. Sing them. I love them." I wonder. It's a trick. It's a trick of Hasatan. Man of Yah, woman of Yah, know who you are. Know whose you are. It's time to step into this place of walking like you're the quickened, resistant remnant. It's time for you to walk in this place, understanding that you have been made alive, you have been quickened, given power. You are the resistance. You have that on the inside of you that can cause Hasatan to flee, demons and devils to flee. And you are that remnant. That means that you are the chosen of Yahuwah to get the job done, because he's gifted you with a particular set of skills. Man, if y'all want me, we're going to stop there. Abba Yahuwah, in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, I give you praise for your word. Your word is a lamp unto our feet, a light unto my pathway. The entrance of your word give light. Abba Yahuwah, give understanding to the simple. A young man or a young woman's ways are cleansed because they take heed to your word. Abba Yahuwah, I pray that your word would go forth in power and in demonstration. Abba Yahuwah, I pray that this word would reach those that you have chosen to be a part of this quickened, resistant remnant, to understand that they are your sons and daughters. They are that which you are going to sanctify among this wicked, diabolical, heathenistic world. Abba Yahuwah, in the name of Yahushua Mashiach, let the words of my mouth and meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight. And Yahuwah, I trust you for increase. I trust you for increase, for financial increase. I trust you for that which we need to transition from here to the continent. I trust you for all of us that are looking to flee Babylon. I trust you in the name of Yahushua Mashiach. Abba, I praise your name. The wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. Sinners have the task of gathering it up to hand it over to the remnant, those that you have chosen. And I praise your name. In the name of Yahushua Mashiach, hallelujah. Man of Yah, woman of Yah, called to greatness, listen. Woman of Yahuwah, beautifully wonderful made, today Yahuwah has favored you. Go in the power and the strength of his might. Recognize that Yahuwah has called you. Know who you are. Show them who you are. And showing them is showing the world. Show them who you are. With that I say, listen, shalom, 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 and be blessed.
Torah Garden, speaking the absolute truth. Torah Nation.